Let's go. Now we're back here again with a new video here from the Malmö Gameweek. It is game 7. It sounds like a playoff series in NHL, but it's not. It's Swiss rounds here, and we are going to watch Jonah and Alexander. It's me, I'm so humble here, with Viktor, without Cam, both of us, still on me. And what are we watching here today? It's Jonah versus Alexander, but what are they playing?
So we've got our own Jonah on Han2 blue.
Yes.
And I think you tested a lot with him before Malmö with this deck, right?
Yes, we tested a lot in general, and he settled on that deck. I settled on Sabine, but it was he's played that a lot, and he's tweaked it. It's kind of main boarded like crazy against Sabine. It doesn't have any 2-drops. He's not having.
It doesn't even try it.
Yeah, it doesn't try to go aggro at all.
No.
And you played a bit with Alexander.
I've played a lot with Alexander. He's local from Stockholm. One of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. He's been blue-green since set 1, and when set 2 came out, he tried a little bit with Kira, but he was not having it. He went straight back to his old Krennic, and he did really well with it here. He had 1 loss going into this game, and so did Jonah, I think.
Yeah, both are 5-1 here. It's table 3, because we really want to see Krennic and Han blue. I don't think any of those decks had been on. I can't remember. It's so many.
We had a Han2 in the first round of Swiss, Danish guy playing against Jonas. The cat blue.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So once, but Krennic was for sure. I think he was the only Krennic in the tournament. And that is pretty cool. And he's also a Swedish online league winner, Alexander. So good player and a nice person.
Really good player. Yeah.
Unlike Jonah.
I mean, Jonah is kind of a nice guy as well, I suppose.
I suppose he is.
But he's Norwegian, you know. Yeah. They're all nice.
We have to be a little bit biased to Swedish people here. But we are entering in the middle of game 1. Not really middle, but in the early stages, because it was a lot for Jason to run back and forward and being alone, having the rest of us playing games. Of course, we cannot blame you, Viktor, because you didn't join until the day after.
I was playing games, though.
You were playing games.
I was. But no, for sure. Poor Jason was running around like a frightened rabbit and trying to get everything to work.
Yes.
So we're at the 4th turn of the game. We are at 5 resources, and Jonah has just flipped Han Solo.
Yeah, and it looks like Alexander is ramped because it looks like 6 resources for him.
Yeah,
as well.
For sure.
So let's kick it. And yes, it's all good. No Jason third party commentating in this video at start.
That's the way we like it.
Yeah.
Now we got 2 damage on Krennic there, I think.
Yep.
So he is striking into Han Solo.
And there comes the heal.
2 damage and healing up the base completely.
So this matchup is quite interesting, I would say. Both are unit-based decks, and that goes a little bit late. I would say it's more controlling on Alexander's side, of course. It's blue-green villain.
Oh, it's more controlling the board state, whereas Jonah is controlling the card advantage, I'd say. He's got... he doesn't play the removal package in his main deck, does he?
The mill... no, not mill, sorry. The hand targeting, yeah. I think he has... I don't think he played any pillage in start. Maybe 1 or 2. And he, of course, has force throw because that's just too good to remove. But I'm not even sure he main deck 3 K2SOs. Because he was actually having base Malbus in for a while. Not completely sure. But here we see Poe getting answered by what's it called? Cargo Juggernaut?
Yeah, Cargo Juggernaut. It doesn't have anything to heal, but it gets a shield and it slams into...
It was ECL'd out. So it's And now Jonah has to think here, is he attacking with Poe or playing a unit to protect Poe from a power of the dark side?
Exactly.
Or-
And I
or-
think Jonah he's really struggling with that
Yeah.
decision there.
Because he could also just get overwhelmed barraged. And that's not fun either.
For sure.
Ooh.
So Luke Skywalker to take care of the Juggernaut. That's a clean answer.
Yeah, and that solves the issue with barrage.
Exactly, because there's not much to say for a barrage on Krennic himself at this point. That's only 5 damage.
Would kill Luke, but then at least Poe would do 8 damage and have quite fun.
Oh, would it kill Luke though?
Yeah, because it's damaged with 2
Oh
damage
yeah.
because of Han.
He used the ability. Yeah.
It's an early
But-
Luke.
It's an early Luke. Now Poe
Should
strikes base, I'd say, right?
maybe, or
And
just take
discard a card to kill
Veers and
Krennic.
kill Krennic, and just keep control of the board.
Could do that. He discards a card to do something. That's a
He did.
Obi-Wan.
Did he
And
discard a
didn't-
takedown and an Obi-Wan? Yeah, I think so.
It seems so.
So I wonder.
Cannot tell.
I
what
think
those cards are.
he forced him to discard a card from hand with the other one.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense.
And that's
I'm not
Pershing and Piet,
Oh, all right. Yeah.
which is
so-
not much board presence, but like
No.
if there is a big unit coming, Piet is really solid. Oh, pillage. Okay, he main decks pillage. I was
All
lying.
Yeah.
That is tough.
So that is tough. He just cleans out Alexander's hand. Alexander gets to draw a card for Pershing.
I want to know
but
what
it-
that card is.
Yeah. Is it anything useful?
Yeah, and
So
Piet
he-
goes bye-bye.
And he forces him to
Oh, and it
discard.
was a good card.
Oh, wow.
It was a
Yeah.
walker, and he had 8 resources. That is,
Oh, yeah. And that would also be more card draw.
yeah, that would have been so. This
would
looks
have been good.
really grim for Alexander.
Yeah, this is looking really strong for Yona. And he's got a K2 there as well. Still no damage on base.
Yeah,
But ECL's been used. Krennic is dead. Well, Han
Yeah,
is dead as well,
and he
but Han is
just-
a lot more used. Yeah, Alexander scoops
Yeah.
at this point.
which
That
I
makes
think
sense.
is a smart choice. Like these guys are 5-1, and you're tired. This is game 7. We
Yeah.
played with only one medium lunch break. These guys plays mid-range decks. They have had games going long.
Yeah.
Just scoop if you don't think you have a chance to save energy for the next 2 games.
For sure. For sure.
because-
And I mean the attrition of Han Solo deck of this sort,
Yeah.
it could go so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Alexander made the right call there.
And he has these nice sleeves from, is it Gameweek,
Game
right?
Yannick.
Yeah.
Game Yannick, yeah.
They are a lot nicer to look at than shuffle, I would say.
Yeah.
But they are really nice looking
I
at.
do not like the feel of them. That they are kind of matte, but
Yeah.
they're not the same kind of texture you would find on regular opaque sleeves.
Yeah. So we'll see here. Can't really see the sideboard. I think.
Yeah, it's really hard to make out. Alexander is doing it outside of camera,
Yeah.
and Jonah is fiddling with it. And also, oh yeah, so Alexander is showing us here. He is bringing in, was that Salicious Crumb? He's bringing out some of the big ships.
That was
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, he
That-
is pumping in the late game. Was it 2 Devastators? And here Jonah shows us. I'm gonna pause here.
All right.
Just
Yeah.
you see.
So that's 2 pillages, 1 Mace Windu,
1 Fel,
another Fell Dragon.
and then
looks like he's
Avenger, Crate, and Rivals.
Yeah.
So
He's
he
bringing in everything except for the top targets.
Yeah.
And he's bringing out the base is
base.
coming out.
and
that
the
makes
Wookiees
sense.
and Conquerdon.
Wookiees,
So
yeah.
I was kind of right. Jonah was only playing 1 pillage, and man,
drew
did
it.
that do difference in that game.
Yeah, that was key in that game, I'd say. So obviously he needs more of them.
Yeah, he clearly
That's
saw how
right.
powerful it could be. So,
Yeah.
but these decks are quite different now. They both sided in like 8 cards, 7 or 8.
No, yeah, something a lot
Something
of
around
cards.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
And
a lot of cards.
a lot of heavy stuff. Like Jonah put
Yeah.
in an Avenger and Crate. Like,
And there were 3 Devastators
yeah,
in Alexander's
that's so
sideboard.
disgusting. I've never seen anyone play 3 Devastators in a deck.
Yeah. But if you want to see it, you know,
Yeah, if you
you
want,
do want to, you can just resource it if you get it too early.
I am like,
And
I really love having 1 in main or sideboard, but like having 3 takes so much space. But I think it's so cool, and it's so. That's one of the best cards to beat Boba with. Like Boba can't do shit when the Devastators hits the board.
It really does end things.
Oh,
that's a weird opening handout.
Yeah, that it's cool that he shows us.
Yeah.
Is he
So
showing?
obviously he's gonna
Alexander?
play the. Yeah, no, I think he's got him
That's a good hand, right? He just plays Yoda on, and then he has
on
pillage.
turn 1, and then he's got 4 strike.
He needs to resource that Crate, right?
He's resourcing the Carbast. I think.
Carabas is bad.
And he
Yeah.
kept the crate? Or was that the crate he resourced?
Not sure. They are playing quite fast, which is
Well,
nice.
obviously you have to if for this. And also we are playing this game back at 1.25 times the speed, so they're not this fast.
No,
and that's K2, and Alexander just resource.
He got resupply, so he's ahead again in resource, or basically on the same level. Because Han cheats every turn.
So he just flips Krennic there.
Like,
yeah, because none of those units can actually kill it.
No, and his barrage actually kills both.
Yep. A barrage would be strong here. Barrage would be really strong, but he.
I know
so
he also
K2
has
goes
Gideon.
to base. Oh, that's a Gideon. Oh, ECL Gideon into one of those, into Yoda, and then you get.
And I know that
a bit stronger.
Alexander and I think even other Stockholm guys are really fond of the Gideon Hask, right? They like it over Steadfast Battalion in many situations because you can buff Krennic and make him such a beast. And we're going to see a nasty barrage here. I can guarantee.
This is going to be because it will clean up if he barrages with Gideon here. Everything dies.
Yeah, and then you will see a pretty nasty Krennic if he boosts Krennic with those experience.
I think that's what he's going to do. That's how he usually plays it. Yep. So both of them, and that's got to be a card discard, right?
Yeah, I think so. 3 damage here doesn't do anything, even though it kind of sucks sometimes to discard a card from someone with 4 cards. But this is not an aggro matchup.
It's just it's attrition. You're going to discard card. Yeah, that would make sense.
There we go. That's a big Krennic. I'm actually getting the feeling of playing some Krennic after this.
yeah. Now that Krennic hits for 5 and heals for 2. That's a swing.
Don't forget his 10 HP.
Exactly. He's not easy to get rid of.
No. You need a Rival's Fall.
Yeah, exactly. This already looks a lot better for
Jonah's gonna take 10 damage this turn unless he has something. Okay,
no, even more. He's 12 damage because of the barrage.
Oh, yeah, 12 and 13 because it's buffed with Krennic because it's damaged.
Of course. Yeah.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. So that's
the 8 that should be 9, but no, it should not. Sorry, math is hard.
5, 6, 7, 8. It should be 8. Yeah, 8 plus 5, 13.
Yeah, and this is where it's almost like that Jonah could scoop. Because he does not have the Super Laser Blast or anything.
No,
to really
no, I don't see what. Does he have Rivals Fall in that deck?
I think so.
So he could take the Krennic out with
one
that.
or 2, maybe just the 1, because we mainly played to beat Sabine. Boba Yellow with Boba Armor wasn't the big offender of the meta, I would say, at this stage.
Yeah, I mean it was
very present, but I think we were both banking on that Sabine
could handle them.
Well, Sabine would be more.
Sabine had a hard matchup there.
We were banking on Sabine being more played let's say.
All right.
Because Kira was doing very well at the time into Boba Yett.
She was.
And here comes Luke. Good unit. And Barrage.
Sorry about that. And the Barrage for 7 will take care of Luke and hurt Han. Yeah.
And that will be 7 to base. That's going to put him to 20. That's I see that Jonah has redemption, so he has ways to really stall out this game, but
yeah, but it's just a matter of time. Krennic hits for 5 every turn,
and I think it's a Devastator on hand. I think he has. So the time is ticking. I guess Crate, because it's pretty good against Crate. You play Crate, and then you Devastate it, and you're like, yeah, you can do 10 damage to my base, and then I end you next round.
Exactly.
Since Crate cannot do damage to space units.
No, exactly. Well, what could Jonah possibly have here? Well, heal, I suppose.
So he starts with -2, and then he heals 6, I guess.
I guess.
And it's a Sentinel in space as well, and here comes the favorite card of Alexander. It's the Gideon Hask. Which I think Krennic still is gonna hit base, but he actually does that. Interesting. Now doesn't Krennic get another XP?
Yeah, he does. No, he chooses to put it on.
He chooses not to overcommit on
Yeah.
Which is I think it's fair.
Since he's got lethal in either, I think. Or
no,
at least
he needs 11 more because he heals 6.
Oh, because of the 6 heal,
Otherwise, you would have been correct. Is that?
I think that's an Avenger in hand, right?
Yeah, it's either that or Inferno 4. It's a big difference.
Indeed. It's definitely a blue space thing.
Yeah, it's Jonah has Luke, which will kill Gideon.
It will, but
and start actually restoring. Yeah, it's Inferno 4 actually.
It's a lot less good.
Yeah. I think Jonah should just open with Luke here, right, and kill Gideon.
For sure.
Here comes Chewbacca.
It's Chewie, but the result is the same.
It's but you don't have a unit with restore on board, which is quite different. If you want to start turning, because he's so damaged. I think this is. I do remember that Jonah said he misplayed at some point, and I think this is where he needed to go for that.
That's Veers buffing Krennic even more.
And like Chewie cannot kill much.
He can kill Veers, but he can't kill Krennic.
Luke would have been able to kill Veers plus healing 3. And we know that it actually wasn't a Devastator. I think it's a Traitorous on his hand. Now it's a Devastator. Okay. And if it wasn't for it being a Devastator now, a Luke would have been maybe able to turn because he had a crate and stuff. So, but
I think without the Luke, there's not much he can do.
No, I think Alexander got this one quite locked.
Right.
Because he doesn't go first,
6 damage. No, Jonas got initiative.
Yeah.
But the Krennic he doesn't have any sentinels for ground, I don't think.
No, he removed the base Malbus. Otherwise that one would have been.
And I don't think he played
Obi-Wan.
Village people.
Obi-Wan could.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan could be. But he doesn't have the village people, right?
No, I don't think so. And here comes a new heal. I think it's just going to heal for 8 and let it die.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had Luke here now as well. Then he would have healed 11 this round.
Exactly. That would have been a way back into the game.
Yeah.
So he's healing it, and then it's dying of the unique rule. Because of the unique rule, because the redemption is a unique unit, so one of the two has to go.
Yeah, I think they are arguing here because discussing it because it takes 2 damage first with Han's ability, and then it's kind of weird that he can heal 8.
He didn't use Han.
Okay.
Or did he?
I think
he didn't flip Han anyway.
Yeah, he didn't flip it, but I think he did because he showed the 2 first, but I'm not sure. I think it looked like that's what they discussed it. I think.
Yeah, and he's got 2 open resources, so he definitely used Han's ability.
Yeah. Which means you can still heal 8 even if you pay pay 7 and only have 7 HP. Because you can heal up to 8 damage and then it dies if it doesn't have the HP.
Exactly.
So they had to. It's probably not an interaction that he had faced too much, so you needed to ask a little bit about it, which is not weird.
That would make sense. Would make sense.
Karabast. Ooh. Is that 9 damage?
No, it's... Well, maybe it is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because he's got 8 on
1.
it. Yeah, so that's 9 damage.
But it's... Yeah.
It's too little to kill Veers. Sorry, it's too little Krennic, so he's got to kill Veers instead. And then Krennic can still...
Yeah. This is where the dark side shines. They don't have to worry about things like power of the dark side. You can keep a big unit alone and hit and let the other person go first without shitting your pants.
Exactly. And facing a light side deck like this, you're a lot more comfortable doing this kind of plays. Now,
and here Jonas tries. It doesn't work. You can't take leaders.
That's not the game.
No, that's not how it works.
Did someone catch that? Super Laser. Oh, they didn't catch it.
Ooh, yeah, that one is a huge one.
Yeah,
and it's not cheating. Like,
no, they both need to be.
Yeah, and like Jonah is not playing it hoping he's not remembering it.
No.
He just thought
it's just a misplay.
Yeah,
they both get the text wrong. They didn't read the full card.
Here comes the Devastator play.
And that's the Devastator. And
10 to base.
Crate dice, 10 to base. And Devastator is just ready to go. And that's game. Surely that's game.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yona cannot possibly
he could have drawn a Fellow Dragon.
Yeah, he could have.
But I hope not. Because
he didn't.
This one he should not win by any means, because that was illegal
play.
Yeah,
because of the misplay and everything.
So it would be very sad if it became a 2-0 on that.
Yeah.
Oh, but here comes the overwhelm damage for 7 or 6.
Oh, it doesn't matter. That's he just struck straight through that.
20. Well, he needs to do a little bit more than 6, so that was pretty good.
Well,
here comes Luke.
The dark side. Luke is 6 down,
then
so he's just striking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can just do that as well. Yeah,
that works as well.
Now you're real strong.
Yep.
And hits for
4. And
you
strike for 4. And this should be game though.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that even the misplay happened, that Alexander wins. It's nobody likes to win on such a weird thing.
And that kind of mistake doesn't. I mean, it's nobody's fault really, because they should know the cards, and there's no judge.
Like both place it in their own decks, so both should be quite aware.
Both should know.
But it's a long day. It's game 7. You don't think about it, and you just think Avenger kills a unit.
Yeah,
that's how I forget things like that all the time myself, especially when you are screaming, like practicing. There is so many times you just misuse cards and like basically heroic sacrifice. I always forget to draw a card first.
All right.
Because that can change what I want to do if I want to kill it into something or go to base.
And we had the problem in one of the American PQs where one of the guys in the streaming table, I think it was in the final game or something, he misplayed that, and
it's
with the interaction with the heroic sacrifice and R2D2.
Yeah, because you have to
lost from
draw
the game.
first, right?
Yeah,
And
you have to draw first, and then you
get to scryer, basically, or what they call
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So Jonah opts for a mulligan here, and here comes a judge. Not sure. Oh, maybe they caught the Avengers thing. No, that cannot be why.
It could have been someone in the stream
Yeah.
could have caught it, and Jason could have sent someone down
That's
to talk
true.
about it.
That's true.
That could have happened.
Yeah, I hope it's that. We cannot see it in the chat. Maybe it was Jason calling it himself. Let's not remove credit from Jason. Maybe he's the hero.
For sure.
But it's good if it is that, then both remembers that for game 3, and that is very important, because it would be very sad to see the same thing happen in game 3.
For sure.
For either side.
Since both of them run it, it's a likely card to hit the table.
Yep. Obviously only one on Jonah's side, and this is so nice of Alexander showing the card. So, and then when I give him a compliment, he removes them. And like Pershing is so good with Krennic.
Oh, indeed. I really like that card in blue-green because just the card advantage is either you get really good card advantage or you force your opponent to actually deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's it's a win-win.
And now he can do 1 damage to the Super Laser Technician if he wants to, and just get the resource. It's so good. And now
can Pershing hurt other units?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Deal 1 damage to a friendly unit, I think it says.
I think it says to himself, but I'm not sure.
We will double check after this game, or we'll see if he does something. But Pershing is solving the problem most likely of him being like losing all cards, in hand. It's going to be way harder to attack someone if that card is there in the way.
For sure. And also, Pershing being hurt makes it that he actually has one. Pershing actually have one
damage.
Damage.
And
so
we see Jonah pillaging, and that Alexander still has 5 cards on hand and gets to play here. It doesn't really hurt him because he's drawn 2 cards with Pershing.
Yep. And gets a shield. No, that's not a shield. That's an experience from Gideon Hask. And,
I thought it was a Veers, but yeah, of course.
No. He ECL'd the Hask.
Yeah. No, he just played it because they removed the ECL thing. So he played it, and then he killed something. He killed let's see. He played Gideon, killed Cassian with Krennic, and then he got the experience token on Krennic because there is no damage on bases. So
yeah. That has to be what happened.
Yeah. Takedown
on Hask. That makes sense.
Here. Let's see if Pershing does a damage to Krennic or not, and draws a card. And he does.
He does. So you are right.
Or they misplayed. I hope not.
Then I'm pretty sure they don't. That would be one of the interactions they would definitely get right.
Yeah, I think so too. That is a very common interaction, especially for Alexander who played it. Like, this is such a good play, ECL Cargo Juggernaut. I feel like you just pop the shield. Sorry, not pop the shield. You kill a unit.
You put it afterwards.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of, I think Alexander was the first one that did it to me. Like, I always just went out shield first, like, yes, I have a full HP unit, and got vanquished afterwards. But
with Krennic as well, with the passive, you want that little bit of damage on it. It's just super good.
Yeah. So here we are. Alexander has the advantage, and he has a very good hand.
He does, and he's got 2 units that are pretty strong. Obviously, they're very hurt as well.
Yeah,
but
very hurt.
But
Jonah has nothing.
He's got nothing at this point, and
look at that curve: 7, 8, 9, 10.
Exactly. It's just been playing straight onto curve throughout the whole game. Jonah has struggled a bit to get anything to stick to the board.
Yeah, he has
And-
Poe and a Fell of a Dragon, which are good cards, but
For
he
sure.
needs to keep pulling good cards if he wants to keep up with that 7, 8, 9, 10 line.
Exactly. So that's a Vader in hand, ready to go next turn. And for this turn. So whatever Yona is playing, he's just gonna eat Vader to the face. There he comes.
And Poe nicely hits him only for 6 if he wants to, and then it's a 6 damage Vader, 6 attack Vader. No, and now he just dies. That is also a Veers is not a common card in the Krennic decks. People did not run that a lot, but Alexander has been sticking through to that, and he shows why here.
Exactly. Also, because of this kind of pull, he can pull it with Vader, and it immediately affects the board. And that's another Gideon in hand. I'm not sure he needs it though.
Yeah, I think he resourced the Vanquish. I think that would have been better to just get rid of Gideon here. He has so many good cards.
Yeah, I probably would have resourced the Gideon here, but
I think that was some love for his boy.
Yeah,
he has a Power of the Dark Side, I guess, on hand. So this was probably correct, because now we can Power of the Dark Side and play Gideon and just win the game.
Well, you start with Gideon, obviously.
Yeah.
And then power. Another
Buffing
on Krennic.
I would maybe have buffed the Veers here because Krennic is so damaged, but I don't think it matters. Like this,
No, not really.
he has this game completely. Unless Jonah has too few resources. Even if he had a off-color what's it called, Super Laser Blast.
Does he run that?
No, even if he had it, would be the only thing he could have had here to be really good is Bombing Run.
Oh yeah. That would actually work.
But it's
well, no one was running Bomber Run in set 2. Now we're approaching set 3, where it might start to see some play.
I think so.
Gets rid of the Gideon with Chewie, but I think there's just too much
damage.
Alexander's got lethal on the board, right?
Yep. And that's game. And he shows his perfect hand. He even has a barrage
nasty.
now.
That's a nasty hand. Next turn he would have had the Relentless.
I think he could have. Yeah, exactly. Relentless now, because he could have played Walker.
Exactly, shutting out every kind of removal that Yona could have drawn into. Yeah, that's just a nasty hand, and obviously he had lethal. So yeah, good game, really good game. Even though there was that play mistake in match 2, it's still game 2 rather.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very
both of these guys
matchup.
Both of the guys made the top cut, so you're going to get to see them in the top cut, which we will start releasing in a day or 2 for this.
Yeah, I think that's it. And thank you for watching these videos. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on our Spotify or in Discord.
Social media.
Yeah,
we got the Discord server for everyone. It's a really nice place to hang out as well.
Yeah, it's growing a little bit all the time, and the more we get, the more active, and the more input we get on stuff we post and stuff. So that's really nice.
Come on over.
Come on over, and thanks for watching.
See you around. Bye-bye.
Bye.